So here we are in another show garden.
Another show garden.
I don't know if you're an addict or a glutton for punishment.
It's just nice to give back a little bit as well. So, we wanted to just represent a part of what we did in MIFGS, but also just showcase how you can have an amazing native garden within a small environment.
So talk to me about how this comes about. So are the people at the show contacting you, or has this been, some time in the making?
I know I've had a relationship with the show from last year when the guys did it last year, and I came down and sort of looked around knowing I was doing Melbourne, so it's just nice to be able to have a look at that. They asked me whether I'd be prepared to put a little garden together, and I accepted. As a longer term goal of mine, I've got a few projects I'd like to be able to do, so just using that as a bit of a journey to get there. But I really just want to be able to say, hey, you can have a really cool, amazing garden in a small space, but it's all native. So, it's part of me wanting to be able to give back and show you how you can, show the environment that you can live in and have a really good space. Yeah.
The garden that you just built in Melbourne for MIFGS was heavily native, or almost predominantly native.
Yep.
This is the same?
100% native here.
Yep. And so it's interesting to see that, obviously, for an untrained eye. I'm not a horticulturalist at all. I've been around for a long time. Yep. I think traditionally, I guess the non-educated would think that natives are quite brown and dry, and you couldn't produce a beautiful garden. You've obviously turned that theory on its head.
Yep. Which is what the point was. You can have a lush green, late native gardens, formal, it's contemporary, but then we also have got beautiful flowers in the environment. So we just tried to make it that, you can have a really hard, and they're hardy, they're tough, you know what I mean? But then the wildlife, the birds, they just would love it.
Have you had a lot of support with this garden as you did with the last garden? I noticed on the sign there's a few logos up there.
We've been lucky with support with people for it all. But it's also a case that it was a bit of a passion of mine. So everybody who supported us, Heinies and Tumbled and Apex and that, they were on board with us when we went to Melbourne. Yep. So it was just really nice to be able to get them in an environment at the show to put their names out in front of everything as well.
Interestingly, and I guess I just thought about that while you were talking, companies like Heinies or SA Grown, they aren't going to get too much financial uplift by supporting a Melbourne garden, right? That's more about representing South Australia and giving back. This gives them an opportunity to actually get their stock and obviously Apex and Tumbled in front of people in South Australia that are more likely to support their businesses, I guess.
Absolutely, and same with InStyle and Chameleon Design. They're great little businesses in South Australia, and they do an amazing job. So I work a lot with them, and it's just nice to be able to showcase their talents and ability in a stage where people can have a look at it. So that's more important to me than potentially getting the work out of it. But
I'm assuming work's probably not a massive concern off the back of MIFGS, and you're probably getting more phone calls than you would need to be able to sustain a living. So I understand that. When does this design process start for you for the show? Like, is this something that you've got sitting in the back of your mind while MIFGS is on the burn, or you just sit down one night and...
Oh, no, and this is something that we're just speaking about before. No, it's more like you want to be organised. My key is if you're going to do a show garden, you want to have good plants. So, the industry at the moment is busy, so the plant supplies is not as... It's there, but the plant volume isn't always there. So for me, I was thinking probably 3 months out and purchasing plants 3 months out, just to make sure that I could have or knew I had stock available, so that then it was full, it was green, it was of size. Or having flowers, it's not that easy to get flowers this time of year. So it's really important to make sure that if you're going to showcase something, showcase it well.
Were these at your house? Did you have them, or you had them stored in nurseries?
A bit of both.
Yep. And I mean, the design, obviously it's important to get some elevation as well. You've managed to do that well with this. This site's not as high as the site that you had at MIFGS, so you obviously take that into consideration with the design? Yeah,
you just try and make sure, hopefully proportionally, it looks really nice. The Banksia here is from MIFGS.
Oh, okay.
So we incorporate.
So that just travels with you from show garden to show garden?
No, but it's nice to have a bit of height and elevation to show you what and so for me, is if you've got big plants, you can showcase almost a final garden. So this is what it can look like in someone's house. So, so we've done that. This timber's been in my shed for 15 years, I reckon.
15 years?
Yeah. So I pulled that out. I've still got some more there. So we ended up, we'll donate this to... Someone's offered me some money for it already, and if we can get more, great. Then I'll just donate it. I'm going to put it into a tree planting program to be able to cut some emissions and
As
do
in,
some good.
you'll sell this, and then the money will get donated into, I guess, replanting,
Yeah.
so that we can continue to, I guess, restock
Yeah.
the green life.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
It's just be a nice way to give back.
Yep.
You know, like for me, is it's something that, you know, people do comment that we can't do much for the environment. Well, we can do a bit. You know what I mean? Like, so if we can actually make a difference, and I'm lucky enough to have an exposure, so if I can go and showcase native gardens and how we can improve the environment, well, great. But if I can also then, you know, get some money back from something that we can get and help improve it further, I think that's a really good thing to be able to do.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come and film again.
Pleasure.
It's nice to be able to do this. This is, I guess, considered my job, which
Yep.
is quite crazy. And obviously, this is your job. So
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Congratulations. Thank you, mate.
Always good. Legend. Thanks.